Hello everyone, my name is Chip, and today I'm playing Panache 010's Brought Back deck. I've played the deck before on Versus, another show on this channel where my friend Josh and I face off against each other in 3 games of Magic. You get to see both perspectives, even sideboarding. So twice the misplay is half the time, I guess. I was really impressed with how the deck performed in that Versus, so I've decided to run it through a league today. As you can tell by the name, Panache 010's Brought Back deck is built around the card Brought Back, a 2-mana white instant that allows us to choose 2 target permanent cards that went from the battlefield to our graveyard this turn, and return them to the battlefield under our control. This card is deceptively powerful. How deceptive, you ask? Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the rules of Squid Game, and 10 being those yogurt commercials where they tell you how thick the yogurt is, and they prove it to you by turning the spoon upside down, except the spoon never actually turns upside down. They flip the entire footage while the spoon is mid-flip. Who's that for? The only people who are going to buy that yogurt are people who want to buy thick yogurt, and they're not going to get it. They're going to get that runny yogurt that won't stick to the spoon. At that point, you're not even really selling yogurt, are you? You're selling disappointment in a tub. So on that scale, I'd say it's about a 6. Yes, Brought Back has powerful interactions with our fetch lands and ghost quarters. We're able to blow up lands or fetch and ramp and generate incremental value as the game goes on. Or you could just evoke a bunch of elementals and blow up the moon. If that's your thing. And now for the deck list. Today we've got 4 copies of Brought Back, 4 Furies, and 4 Solitudes for all your moon exploding needs. We've got 2 Ranger-Captain of Eos, 3 Thraben Inspector, and 1 Skyclave Apparition, great creatures that we love to bring back. We've got 2 Walking Ballista, 1 Grim Lavamancer, and 4 Esper Sentinel, great utility creatures that we can search for with Ranger-Captain. For spells, we've got 4 Ephemerate, basically does what Brought Back does, but different, 4 Showdown of the Skalds, a card advantage engine that we can bring back, and 4 Cleansing Wildfire, which combos with our 4 copies of Flagstones of Trokair and Rustvale Bridge. To make sure we hit our colours, we have 4 Arid Mesa, 3 Marsh Flats, and 4 Sacred Foundry. And rounding out the rest of the main deck, we have 2 Ghost Quarter, 1 Mountain, and 4 Basic Plains. For the sideboard, we have 2 Burrenton Forge-Tender, 2 Drannith Magistrate, and 2 Goblin Cratermaker. We then have 2 Obsidian Charmaw, an additional copy of Ranger-Captain of Eos, a single Ratchet Bomb, Shatterstorm, Soul Guide Lantern, and 2 Sanctifier en-Vec, which we need to remember not to evoke a Fury while Sanctifier is on the board if we plan on bringing it back, because I learned that the hard way, and Fury does not go to the graveyard while we control a Sanctifier. Then I'm going to evoke a Fury.
Oh, here comes the bring back.
Where did it? Oh no, my Sanctifier. It's still good.
Oh, what a non-bow.
Yes, Sanctifier, because it is a white card, has a symmetrical effect. Now, before we get to the games, I just want to thank everyone. This channel has just crossed 800 subs, which is huge. And that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for your guys' feedback, for your comments, the kind words, sharing videos, and even just watching means a lot to me. So thank you all so much. It really does mean a lot, and I'm blown away. So thank you. Let's get on with some games. All right, we won the die roll. Let's go first. I don't think we can, actually. We're going to mulligan. Yep, this hand's better. It actually does things. It is a 1-lander, though. Let's keep and throw back Ranger-Captain. Let's play Flagstones and Esper Sentinel. Pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Verdant Catacombs and cracks it immediately. It's a Temple Garden untapped and runs out an Arbor Elf. Okay. All right, we have a Brought Back. I'm just going to run out another Esper Sentinel. Pass the turn. Let's swing in for 1. Let's do it. All right, they take the 1 down to 16. Free damage. It's passed to them. Windswept Heath. They crack it. Another Temple Garden untapped. Utopia Sprawl. Are they paying? Nope. All right, we found our second land. That's good. We've got the Cleansing Wildfire to deal with that pesky Temple Garden. Another Utopia Sprawl. All right, this Cleansing Wildfire is going to be good. All right, they untap it. Skyclave Apparition. Sounds good to me. Sure, they take one of our Esper Sentinels and they pass the turn. Let's play Sacred Foundry untapped. It's Cleansing Wildfire the Temple Garden and draw a card. Hit our own Skyclave. Oh, I don't think that's necessary just yet, so let's Do we do this now or do we wait till next turn? I think we can wait to next turn with the Fury because then we can brought back as well. Yeah, okay, we'll do it with brought back as well. And just pass the turn there. Plains, Heliod, Suncrowned. Okay, untapping the forest, tapping the forest, another Arbor Elf. All right, so we're going to board wipe them and then we've got Skyclave for next turn to deal with the Heliod, I guess. Let's go to our turn. What do we have? Another copy of Fury is very nice. I think it is Fury this turn, so let's run out Esper Sentinel. Let's evoke a Fury, getting rid of Showdown at the Skalds. Let's wipe our opponent's board, get ourselves a 1/1. Fury goes away. Let's go to combat, swing in for 1, cast brought back on our Fury.
I'm bringing him back.
No targets this time, and we'll just pass the turn there. Opponent has the Spike Feeder. Okay. All right, so we know the Heliod company, they are gaining infinite life. We could play through and Skyclave and stuff, but we should have Skyclaved first. All right, we'll just scoop it up. I'm not interested in sitting around for that. Let's bring in Ratchet Bomb, Goblin Cratermaker, and I think that might be it. Get rid of a Grim Lavamancer, 2 Inspectors, run it back like that. Yeah, we can keep this one. All right, let's play Arid Mesa, crack it, get ourselves a Plains, run out Esper Sentinel, pass the turn there. Forest from our opponent. Utopia Sprawl letting us draw. Ooh, Flagstones, that's nice. They name white. Let's go to our turn. Another Sacred Foundry. All right, I don't think we need the ramp right now. So let's play Sacred Foundry, pay 2 life. Let's Cleansing Wildfire their forest, drawing ourselves a card and taking them down a mana. Solitude, very nice. Let's go to combat and swing in for 1. They take it down to 19 and we pass the turn there. They play a Plains and run out an Arbor Elf. They pass. Walking Ballista. I'll run out a Walking Ballista. X equals 1. Let's take out the Arbor Elf. Go to combat. Swing in for 1. They take it. Then let's just play a Sacred Foundry tapped and pass the turn there. Windswept Heath from our opponent. They crack it. Themselves a Temple Garden. That's the Heliod. Oh dear. Go to our turn. Let's play Flagstones and let's run out the Showdown. Look at the top 4 cards. Ratchet Bomb, Ephemerate, and another Flagstones. Very nice. All right. Swing in for 1. Pass the turn there. All right. Opponent does nothing and passes to us. Thraben Inspector. Okay. Let's run out Arid Mesa. Cast a Ratchet Bomb. Counter on our Esper Sentinel. Run out a Thraben Inspector. Let's just Ephemerate the Thraben Inspector. Another counter on the Esper Sentinel. Another clue token for us. Then let's just go to combat and swing in for 4. Take it down to 10 and we'll pass the turn there. Opponent casts Eladamri's Call in the end step. All right, we get to draw an Arid Mesa. What are they tutoring up? Spike Feeder. Okay. All right, they're running out Spike Feeder. In response, let's crack Arid Mesa. Get a Sacred Foundry tapped. Spike Feeder comes down. They're gaining 2 life. We're going to evoke a Solitude in response, target the Spike Feeder. All right, they gain an additional life, put a counter on their Heliod, but they're not comboing off. Let's put a charge counter on Ratchet Bomb. Ghost Quarter, not particularly helpful. We still have the +1/+1 counter ability. Let's tap Flagstones for mana, run out Ghost Quarter our Flagstones. Get ourselves a Plains, get ourselves a Sacred Foundry tapped. Let's crack a clue. That's the brought back, which I guess is okay. Let's crack the other clue. It's a Skyclave. Okay, we were hoping for a red spell, but that's okay. So then let's go to combat, swing in. Our opponent's block step will bring back Showdown and Ghost Quarter. I didn't think about Showdown. We could have done this in the main phase. Maybe we could have cast something different. Let's put a counter on the Esper Sentinel. All right. What do we reveal? Esper Sentinel, Fury, Goblin Cratermaker. Okay, opponent is down to 8. Pass the turn there. Ranger-Captain of Eos. Getting an Arbor Elf to hand. Let's put a counter on our Ratchet Bomb. Go to my turn. And opponent scoops it up. Okay. It's nothing else particularly helpful. I think we've got the best setup we're going to get. Actually, swap 1 Thraben Inspector for a Cratermaker. Works better with Ephemerate. Yeah, I'm going to keep this one. Burrenton Catacombs from our opponent. They crack it. Temple Garden untapped. Utopia Sprawl. Naming white. Go to our turn. Let's play Flagstones and Esper Sentinel. Pass the turn there. Horizon Canopy. Skyclave Apparition to take the Esper Sentinel. That is an aggressive move. Passes to us. Let's play Sacred Foundry. I will pay 2 life. And let's just Cleansing Wildfire their land. Drawing a card. Ranger-Captain. Okay, let's pass the turn. Utopia Sprawl on the forest. Naming white. They swing in for 2. Take it down to 16. Go to our turn. Showdown. Let's play Plains. Let's cast Cleansing Wildfire on the forest. Take them off. They missed their 3rd land drop. They're going to Eladamri's Call in response. Okay, they are getting the Heliod. We just picked up a Solitude. Well, now I feel better about just passing. Oh, Fury, Ephemerate Fury. They can't put any creatures on the board. We swing in for 6. Have them dead very soon. With Showdown, that just escalates further. I think, yeah, okay. I've talked myself into it. We're going to Fury now. Let's burn that Skyclave and Ephemerate our Fury. Pass the turn there. Verdant Catacombs, they crack it. Temple Garden untapped. All right, Heliod comes on down. Pass to us. Let's say no to Ephemerate. Thraben Inspector. I think we're waiting on that. We're going to Ranger-Captain. Let's get a Thraben Inspector though, another white card. Go to combat, swing in for 7, set a stop in our opponent's upkeep, sacrifice the Ranger-Captain. Opponent has the Spike Feeder, ticks down, and we're going to evoke a Solitude, targeting the Spike Feeder. Yes! All right, we misplayed in game 1 and we should have won that one, but yes, we just beat Heliod Company. All right, I'm on board. This deck, great, I'm on board. All right, won the die roll, let's go first. This hand is a keep. Opponent reveals a Loris. Well, let's lead on Flagstones, run out Esper Sentinel, pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Silent Clearing, Memnite, Springleaf Drum, drawing us a card. Now you should always Springleaf Drum before you play the creature, because if I just drew a Solitude there, I could have killed the creature to take him off a mana. And Sigarda's Aid. Okay, Mishra's Bauble looks at our top card and passes it back to us. Okay, they draw from the bauble, and we draw a Thraben Inspector. Let's play Marsh Flats, run out Thraben Inspector to crack the Marsh Flats. I will just get a Sacred Foundry here. I'm happy to pay 2 life. Gonna evoke my Fury, getting rid of my Grim Lavamancer. I'll dome the Memnite, and then I'm gonna Ephemerate the Fury. Thraben Inspector is a really good pickup because it means we can actually Ephemerate the Thraben Inspector. We only lose 1 damage that turn, and it gives us another card in a can. All right, Fury's gonna stick around. Let's go to combat, swing in for 1. Take it down to 18, pass the turn there. Mishra's Bauble, are they paying the 1? They are. They'd rather lose life than let us draw cards. That's a good sign. They're checking our top card, and they pass the turn to us. Ephemerate's going to rebound. So let's target the Thraben Inspector. Get another clue token. Plains is very nice. Let's play Plains. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 7. Take it down to 10. Let's run out the Ranger-Captain. Let's get a Walking Ballista. Pass the turn there. Snow-covered Plains. Pure Steel Paladin. Okay. And they're just passing it there. Solitude. Maybe we should have grabbed a white card. Let's play Arid Mesa. Let's crack it. Get ourselves a Plains. I'm going to crack a clue. Okay, maybe we should have grabbed a white or red card. I'm going to crack another clue. Okay, none of that's helpful. Let's go to combat. Swing in. This is lethal. They do have to block. All right, they take 3. Oh, are they putting a hammer time on? Oh, they can't pay. What do we draw? Ephemerate. Good enough. Let's run out Solitude. Let's take out that Pure Steel Paladin. Okay. Hammer time will enter. They have no targets. Whew. Man, I am misplaying today. Pass to them. They're getting a Stoneforge Mystic, and I'm guessing another hammer. Okay, they are getting the hammer. Okay, well, let's go to our turn. Another Solitude. All right, play Plains, go to combat, swing in for a bunch. Opponent blocks the Fury, casting a Colossus Hammer that's going to let us draw. Okay, going to cast a Solitude, take out the Stoneforge Mystic. Hammer will come down with no targets. Beautiful. Hit them for 4, pass the turn there. All right, they scoop it up. Very nice. That went really well. I think Ratchet Bomb is correct here, as well as the Cratermakers, and I think a Shatterstorm. Gonna cut 2 Ranger Captains, a Grim Lavamancer, and a Thraben Inspector. I'll actually only cut 1 Ranger Captain. I'm gonna keep only 1 Walking Ballista in. Run it back like that. Can we keep this? I guess. Concealed Courtyard, Ornithopter, Springleaf Drum, Esper Sentinel. Okay, they pass to us. We've got it brought back as well. All right, let's play Plains. Let's evoke a Fury, getting rid of a Showdown. Evoke trigger on the stack second. Let's hit both their guys. 2 damage each. Beautiful. And now we Ephemerate the Fury. No damage anywhere. Pass the turn there. All right, they didn't draw any cards, and now they got a clear board. Urza's Saga, sure. Sigarda's Aid, yep, they pass to us. The rebound on the Ephemerate will say no. Another brought back's nice. Let's play Plains, go to combat, swing in for 6, take it down to 14, pass the turn there. Urza's Saga ticking up. Inkmoth Nexus, Esper Sentinel. We're just passing. Let's evoke a Solitude, let's get rid of a brought back. Evoke trigger on the stack first. Target that Sentinel. All right, opponent's going to make a construct. That's cool. So now the Solitude goes away. Just kidding, we've got brought back, and we'll exile your construct as well. Go to my turn. Oh, another Solitude's good. That's really good. Go to combat. Swing in for 9. Pass the turn there. Opponent's got to make some choices with this Urza Saga. They didn't animate the Ink Moth. They're not going for it. Yeah, you had to animate the Ink Moth first. Hey! And even if they had animated the Ink Moth, we had the 2 Solitudes. That was really good. Man, that was a good matchup. All right, we've lost the die roll. I'm going to keep this one. Opponent plays a Hardened Skalds. Okay, this might be a tough one. Let's play Flagstones into Esper Sentinel, pass the turn there. Grove of the Burn Willows into a Steel Overseer. Oh dear. I think it's Marsh Flats, Esper Sentinel, pass the turn there. We can get in for 1. Another pathway from our opponent. Run out an Arcbound Worker, put extra counters on everything. All right, let's crack our Marsh Flats in the end step, get a Sacred Foundry tapped. Go to our turn. Showdown at the Skalds. Okay, that's something to do for next turn, I suppose. It's Cleansing Wildfire our Flagstones. Let's get to Plains. Flagstone's gonna get Sacred Foundry. We won't pay 2 life. I have not played a land yet, and I just drew a Fury. Let's play Plains. Let's evoke the Fury. That sounds like a metal band, doesn't it? Evoke the Fury. I know nothing about music. 4 damage to this. Let's go 3 and 1. Okay, deal that damage. And then we're going to Ephemerate the Fury and deal the rest of the damage to the Arcbound Worker. Beautiful. I did the split that way, so if they had some way of putting a counter on quickly, we could still deal some more damage. Although they would have put 2 counters on, so playing around that was dumb. All right, nothing to modular onto unless they want to hit our creatures. Do it. Hit our creatures. They are targeting the Sentinel. They don't put any counters on. They saw the line. Alrighty, let's go to combat and swing in for 2. And just like that, we're actually in a really good position. And if they try and build their board next turn, we can just Fury again. Pass it there. Ancient Stirrings. Are you paying the extra, opponent? Wow, 3 mana Ancient Stirrings. I'll take it. What do they reveal? Walking Ballista. Okay, that can wipe our board with the Hardened Scales. We need to keep that in mind. Let's go to our turn. Unfortunately, we have to say no to the Ephemerate. Another Esper Sentinel though. Okay, let's go to combat. Swing in for 8. They take it down to 9. Let's play a Sacred Foundry tapped and run out the Esper Sentinel. Pass the turn there. An Arcbound Worker, okay, and a Walking Ballista with 2 counters on it. Interesting. Let's go to my turn. Flagstones, no help. Swing in for 6. Opponent's blocking with the Arcbound Worker. Ah, yeah, modular. Yeah. That's very fair. Maybe the attack was wrong there. All right, pass the turn to them. Now they can machine gun down our board, I guess. They swing in for 5. Well, we'll just take it. Down to 14. Shooting down an Esper Sentinel. Shooting down an Esper Sentinel. Shooting down an Esper Sentinel. Casting an Ancient Stirrings. Okay, they didn't want us drawing cards. That means Fury is still on the board, unless they want to get rid of this Walking Ballista. Hangerback Walker. Alrighty, coming in with 2 counters on it. Go to our turn. Oh, another land. This is not how I saw this game going, I'll be honest. Well, I think we still have to attack. I'm just going to block with the Hangerback. Hangerback goes away. They get 2 Thopters. Run out a Flagstones and pass. I would love a brought back. That way when they kill the Fury, can just bring it back. Another Hardened Scales, Springleaf Drum, that is the 4th mana. Now they can start putting counters on the Walking Ballista, and an Arcbound Ravager. Okay, I think we're dead. Think we're dead, folks. All right, they swing in with the Walking Ballista, just deal 12 damage to us, okay. Go to our turn, Cleansing Wildfire, not a whole lot of help here. Let's target our Flagstones. All right, let's get ourselves a Plains. We did draw the brought back though. That might help. Let's go to combat, swing in for 3. And it blocks with a Thopter token. Counter on the Arcbound Ravager. Pass it there. Maybe attacking was wrong. All right, they play a forest. Big swing. Unfortunately, we cannot block. Yeah, attacking was probably wrong. Sacking an artifact to the Arcbound Ravager. Down to 1, and they ping us to death. All right. Oh, that was upsetty spaghetti. Shatterstorm coming in. Goblin Cratermaker coming in. Ratchet Bomb coming in. I don't think we're going to win this match by ramping, so I think we can cut a couple of Cleansing Wildfires because we're bringing in more red cards. And I'm going to trim 1 Walking Ballista and 1 Thraben Inspector. And I'll run it back like that. This matchup has me worried. All right, we get to go first this time. Got the Shatterstorm. No white sources, no red sources, but I think that's fine. We can keep this one. Yeah, Marsh Flats can get us a red source. Let's play Marsh Flats and pass. Lanoir Reborn from our opponent. Okay. Crack our Marsh Flats. Get a Sacred Foundry. Tapped. Go to our turn. Ephemerate too. Okay. Let's play Flagstones and pass. This hand's just getting better. Ancient Stirrings. Crag Crown Pathway. Okay. We play it. The Ozolith. Gross. Well, let's pass the turn. Arid Mesa is a red source. Let's play Plains. Let's just pass the turn there. Opponent's running out a Walking Ballista. Passing the turn. Ranger-Captain. Play Arid Mesa. Let's run out a Skyclave and take away that Walking Ballista. Beautiful. Now they'll get a 0/0 back, which I guess they can put a counter on. No, because it'll die as a state-based action. We'll pass the turn. We've got an Ephemerate for the Skyclave, and we've got a brought back for the Solitude. Walking Ballista, X = 1. The Ozolith triggers. Okie dokie artichoke, you got a 2/2 Walking Ballista. They're playing a Welding Jar. Okay, let's crack our Arid Mesa. Get ourselves a Sacred Foundry tapped. Go to our turn. Let's play Plains. Run out a Ranger-Captain. Let's get ourselves an Esper Sentinel. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 2. No blocks from our opponent. Lovely. That's what I like to see. Let's just pass the turn there. Inkmoth Nexus. Hangerback Walker. Okay. And they put the counter on it. No attacks and passes to us. Beautiful. Backup Solitude's pretty cool. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 5. They're going to block the Skyclave. Okay. Skyclave down. You get nothing. Let's go Shatterstorm. Opponent's pinging us with the Walking Ballista. Yep. Down to 16, and we'll take out all your artifacts. Thank you very much. Pass the turn. Another Inkmoth, another copy of the Ozolith, and an Arcbound Ravager. Let's evoke a Solitude, getting rid of an Esper Sentinel. Let's target that Arcbound Ravager. Oh, they're giving it hexproof. That'd be really cute if I didn't have an Ephemerate. So now I will exile your Arcbound Ravager, get a counter on your Ozolith. Snakeskin has no targets, and neither does my first Solitude. There's a good little exchange there for us. Let's go to our turn. Ephemerate's going to rebound. We will target our Ranger-Captain. Let's get a Thraben Inspector here. Oh, we get another brought back. Okay, well, let's go to combat. Swing in for 3. Run out Thraben Inspector. Get a clue, pass the turn. Animates an Inkmoth. Going to put counters on the Inkmoth. Let's sacrifice Ranger-Captain. Let's crack the clue. Showdown. Okay, let's exile a brought back to evoke a Solitude. All right, well, they're tapping mana. I hope it's a creature. I guess not. All right, let's brought back our Solitude and our Ranger-Captain. We won't exile anything, but we will tutor. And opponent scoops it up there. Very nice. They've seen enough. Okay, that was good. We took it slow, and that was good. I'm tempted to try the Charmaws, as silly as that might be. Let's go down a Grim Lavamancer and a Walking Ballista. Charmaw. Yeah, let's run it like that. If we can start blowing up their lands with Charmaw instead of Cleansing Wildfire, I'd be pretty happy. Taking out the Inkmoths would be important. This is a good hand we're going to keep. All right, Lanoir Reborn from our opponent passes to us. Land off the top, thank you very much. So Flagstones into a Thraben Inspector. Pass it there. Pathway from our opponent into a Hardened Scales to an Arcbound Worker. Okay, Plains, Esper Sentinel. Let's pass the turn there. Grove of the Burn Willows. Hangerback Walker. Swings in for 2. We will just take it. Go to our turn. There's the Charmaw too. Okay. So it only costs 4 to cast. We'll get there. I think what we're going to do right now is evoke a Fury, getting rid of the Showdown at the Skalds. And we're going to go 2 and 2. So our opponent has to react if they want to. They do not. Modular happens. Hangerback Walker happens. No grafting, it looks like. Yep. Let's Ephemerate the Fury. Dismember on my Fury. All right, we get to draw. Ephemerate my Fury. That's a good draw off the Esper Sentinel. Okay, let's take out their Thopters. Then this Ephemerate doesn't have a target, does it? Okay, that's all right. Go to combat. Swing him for 2. Opponent only has 2 cards left in hand. We've got an Ephemerate that can blink our Thraben Inspector or our Fury, depending on what they do. And then we can hold up brought back if they ever deal with the Fury. Torpor Orb. Gonna pay the extra 1? They do. Okay, so we lose our ETBs. So then there is no point in Ephemerating right now. Yeah, I mean, unless we had cracked a clue and had drawn a Solitude, but even then I would rather hold the mana up. Oh, we wouldn't have spent any mana, would we? Yeah, okay. So we should have drawn. Oh no, we would have spent the mana to crack the clue. Another brought back's good though. Let's go to combat. Swing in with everything. Opponent's down to 6. Let's pass the turn there. Opponent's casting an Arcbound Ravager. Yep, can't graft onto it because you've got your Torpor Orb. Zabath, the Glimmerwisp. Okay, and they're just passing. Beautiful. Let's play Plains. Probably could have cracked the clue there too. Gotta remember to do that. Swing in with a double striking 3/3. Yep, they block with the Zabath and the Arcbound Ravager. Okay, modularing up the Arcbound Ravager. 7/7? Yeah, 7/7. That's disappointing. Okay, you took out my Fury opponent. Yeah, I should have attacked with at least one other one because we would have been bringing it back anyway. Pass the turn there. Another copy of Hardened Scales. Are you paying the 1, opponent? You are. And another copy of Hardened Scales. All right, go to my turn. Ghost Quarter. I don't hate it. Let's go to combat. Yeah, we should have attacked with everything. We're going to do it now. Swing in with everything. Yep, they have to block the Fury. So then they would be on 2 here, which is, yeah, they would be dead next turn. Okay, so then let's go to our end step. Tap the Flagstones for mana. Ghost Quarter ourselves. Let's get a mountain here. And then we're going to get a Sacred Foundry. We will not pay 2 life. And then we will cast a Brought Back, targeting our Fury and our Flagstones. Pass to them. Opponent swings in for 7. Oh no. Okay, we take it down to 12. Has a Walking Ballista. Oh no. Yeah, that's going to be more than 12, and that's us gone. They got the Torpor Orb, so we can't even get a Solitude to gain some life. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. I feel like there were a few misplays there that cost us the game. All right, lost the die roll. Gonna keep this one. Flooded Strand from our opponent. They've revealed a Loris as well. Island, Hedron Crab. Okay, Mill. Mill might not be the best matchup for us.
12 seconds later.
Gross. I hate Mill. I hate it so much. I hate it. I hate it. Okay, lost the die roll. Final round. Gonna see if we can go positive here. I'm gonna keep this one. Opponent leads on a Stomping Ground. Into an Aether Vial. Okay, maybe Goblins? But honestly, no idea. Let's go to our turn. Flagstones and Thraben Inspector pass. Unclaimed territory. Oh, Goblins, look at me go. Mog War Marshal. Okay, passes to us. Rustvale Bridge. Let's play Plains pass. Opponent doesn't pay for the Mog War Marshal. Aether Vial ticking up. Auntie's Hovel, Munitions Expert is revealed. Second copy of Aether Vial. Opponent vials in, Munitions Expert. Takes out our Thraben Inspector. You got it. Swings in for 1, we will take it. Down to 19. Crack the clue in the end step. Brought back. Okay. Let's go to our turn. Solitude 2. Okay. Let's play Arid Mesa. Let's cast Fury, evoking it, getting rid of the Showdown. Shoot everything for 1, actual Goblin for 2. All right, that worked. Okay, Fury goes away. Let's crack Arid Mesa, get ourselves a Sacred Foundry, pay 2 life, brought back, bring back our Arid Mesa and our Fury. Pass the turn there. Opponent's Aether Vials doing their Aether Barley thing, Bloodstained Mire, and they pass the turn. Another Ephemerate. Let's play the Rustvale Bridge, go to combat, swing in for 6, opponent takes it, let's just pass the turn then. Crack their Bloodstained Mire, get a Blood Crypt, tapped. Go to their turn, Aether Vial ticks up to 2, other Aether Vial goes up to 4. Stomping Ground tapped, and they're just passing the turn. We'll crack the Arid Mesa, get a Sacred Foundry, tapped. Play a Plains, go to combat, swing in for 6, opponent takes it down to 5, pass the turn there. Cavern of Souls, naming Goblin, opponent is just passing. Another Thraben Inspector's good. Let's go to combat, swing in for 6. They vial in a Mog War Marshal. Okay, blocking the Fury, sounds good. Casting a Munitions Expert, targeting the Fury. Let's Ephemerate it. Let's tap the Flagstones, play Thraben Inspector. Oh, can't do that in blocks, can we? Let's tap the Flagstones, play a Flagstones, keep the untapped Flagstones, search up a Sacred Foundry. We won't pay 2 life. Let's run out Thraben Inspector, pass the turn there. All right, good. Very good game against Goblins. Beautiful. All right, well, Sanctifiers seem pretty good, as do Dranniths. Burringtons as well. Let's cut the Esper Sentinels. Cut a Thraben Inspector and a Cleansing Wildfire. Run it back like that. Alrighty. Opponent gets to go first now. I don't think so. Mulligan. I guess we can keep. Throw back the Cleansing Wildfire. Cavern of Souls. Naming Goblin. Aether Vial. Let's go to our turn. Marsh Flats pass. Blood Crypt tapped. They pass to us. Let's crack our Marsh Flats. Sacred Foundry tapped. Go to our turn. Let's play Arid Mesa. Thraben Inspector. Make a clue. Pass the turn there. Stomping Ground. tapped. They're passing to us. Let's crack the Arid Mesa. Sacred Foundry, tapped. Go to our turn. Drannith Magistrate. Let's play Plains. I'm going to run out the Ranger-Captain. Get a Burrenton Forge-Tender here. Go to combat. Swing in for 1. Take it down to 19. Pass the turn. Eighth of Isle ticking up. They play a Mountain. Goblin Ringleader. They reveal 4 cards. Land off the top would be what I want. No attacks, and they pass. Very nice. Cleansing Wildfire is not a land. Let's run out Burrenton. Go to combat. Swing in for 3. Take it down to 16. Pass the turn there. Eighth of Isle ticking up to 4. Unclaimed territory. Naming Goblin. Could be close to dead here. They did reveal a lot. So they got the Snoop. Alright, that's part of the combo. Eighth of Isle on 4. Another Ringleader. Gets a bunch of Goblins. Okay. Goblin War Chief. Okay. Goblins they control have haste. Swinging in. Block with the Burrenton. Running out an Eighth of Isle, okay. And a Mog War Marshal. It's a lot of goblins. All right, I'm going to crack the clue. Land or Fury, please. Fury it is. Okay. Go to our turn. Land as well. All right. Looks like everything's coming up Millhouse. Fury, getting rid of Cleansing Wildfire. Let's target those 2. Let's Ephemerate the Fury. Target those 3. Now we know about the Conspicuous Snoop. They played the War Marshal and they've got the Munitions Expert. So let's run out Drannith. Go to combat and swing in for 5. Pass the turn. And I will gladly sack a Burrenton to protect the Fury here because that's how we're going to win. All right. Eighth of Isle doing its thing. Digging up to 5. Opponent's casting a Goblin Matron. Okay. Tutoring up. Another Munitions Expert. Okay. They cast a Munitions Expert, targeting the Fury. As long as they don't have Kiki in hand, I guess we're okay. Sacrifice Burrenton. Oh, Eighth of Isle on 5. It is Kiki Jiki. Okay. Copies the Munitions Expert. Yep. Targets the Fury. Good move, opponent. All right. They are very close to comboing off. You just pass it there. Okay. Ephemerate will rebound. I think we target the Ranger-Captain here. Let's get another Burrenton. And we got the Solitude too. All right. Let's cast Ballista. X equals 2. Go to combat. Swinging with the Drannith. Okay, opponent goes down to 10. It's Solitude getting rid of the Burrenton. Take out the Kiki Jiki. Pass it there. All right, the Eighth of Isles are doing their thing. Boggart Harbinger. Okay, what are you tutoring up? Krenko, Munitions Expert, and the Walking Ballista. Let's take out the Boggart Harbinger. Let's take out the Goblin Matron. Okay, opponent is just passing the turn. Sanctifier. Let's run out Showdown of the Skalds. All right, opponent lets that resolve. What do we hit? Solitude, Sanctifier, and Ranger-Captain. Let's play a Plains. Go to combat. Swing in for 3. And then we'll pass the turn there. All right, opponent has the Eighth of Isle. Conspicuous Snoop does not have haste. So let's evoke a Solitude and get rid of it. Beautiful. All right, now they run out of Krenko, which has Summoning Sickness. And Eighth of Isle was their last card. Alrighty, let's go to my turn. Drew a land. That's a bit unfortunate. Well, let's cast Sanctifier. Put a counter on the Ranger-Captain. Let's cast Ranger-Captain. Put a counter on Ranger-Captain. Use its ability. The Walking Ballista? I think it might be. Play a Marsh Flats. Go to combat. Swing in for 5. Opponent blocks with a 1/1. Alright, pass it there. Goblin Matron. Alright, that's something we didn't want to see. Getting the Sling Gang. Oh no. Run out the Sling Gang, making a bunch of tokens. I don't think that's enough to kill us yet. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, let's crack the Marsh Flats. We're going to be losing some life here. Let's get a Plains. Go to our turn. Okay, so let's run out a Walking Ballista. X equals 1. We mucked that up. It was X equals 0 apparently. I forgot to pay the mana correctly. Whoops. Oh well. We forget and we move on. Let's put another counter on the Ranger-Captain. We have to take out the Sling Gang. Hope they sack. Yeah, we should have kept the Walking Ballista. Oh dear. Because yeah, Walking Ballista takes out the Siege Gang. And then Skyclave takes out Krenko. And then maybe we just get there. But yeah, that was a punt. It even said X equals 0. And I said yes. They sacked the Sling Gang instead. It's going to be a hike. This is going to be a hike. Well, let's go to combat. Swing in for 2, I suppose. Pass the turn there. I mean, I guess Fury's still pretty good here. Have to draw very well. It'd have to be like Fury and Ephemerate. All right. Opponent goes to combat. Just passes through combat. Okay. That is not helpful. I guess no matter what we do, we die. Swing in for 2. Scoop it up, though. They're just going to copy the Goblins and swing in for lethal next turn. All right. We should have won, but I made a mistake. Going to bring in Ratchet Bomb. over a Grim Lavamancer, a Goblin Cratermaker, and a Goblin Cratermaker, over a Cleansing Wildfire, and a Walking Ballista. Run it back like that. All right, let's go first. I guess we can keep. Let's play Marsh Flats and go. Our opponent has mulligan to 6, and I have to be at work in 14 minutes. So we have to play fast. Bloodstained Mire from our opponent. Pass to us. Ephemerate as well. All right, let's play Marsh Flats. Let's crack Marsh Flats. Let's get plains. Let's crack Marsh Flats. Let's get plains. Brought back. Bring back our 2 lands.
Bringing them back.
Look at that. White can ramp. They're cracking the Bloodstained Mire. If this is a surgical, Stomping Ground, tapped. Okay, we get the Marsh Flats back, and we're just going to pass the turn there. Auntie's Hovel, Conspicuous Snoop revealed. They run out the Snoop, Aether Vial on top. Pass to us. Land is good. Let's play Plains. Let's crack Marsh Flats. Sacred Foundry. Yes, I will pay 2 life. Let's run out Showdown of the Skalds. Let's look at those top 4 cards. Fury, Ranger-Captain, Burrenton Forge-Tender. I mean, we can Fury next turn. Yeah, let's just pass the turn there. Opponent plays a Cavern of Souls. Name's Goblin. Mog War Marshal off the top. Okay, and then they have the Kiki Jiki on top as well. Okay, that's going to be a problem, but that's what Fury's for. And they cast an Aether Vial. Okay, let's crack the Marsh Flats and hope I've read Showdown right. If I have not, we are going to lose. That is what's going to happen. Let's just get a Sacred Foundry tapped. Okay, Showdown triggers. Let's play Arid Mesa. Let's run out Ranger-Captain. Let's get ourselves a Walking Ballista. Let's evoke Fury, getting rid of Cleansing Wildfire, counter on our Ranger-Captain. All right, Fury evokes, goes away. Opponent's making copies, or trying to. Do we stop that? They're targeting themselves. Yeah, we got to stop that. Let's get rid of Brought Back, put a counter on the Ranger-Captain. Solitude enters. It's going to exile the Conspicuous Snoop. All right, no copies for the Snoop. We blow up the moon, go to combat. Can't attack with anything, can we? Now let's cast Brought Back, Solitude and Fury. Counter on the Ranger-Captain. Fury down a Goblin token. Solitude nothing. Let's crack our Arid Mesa now. Get a Plains. Pass the turn there. All right, opponent's going to draw a Kiki Jiki. But we're swinging in for a lot. Mountain Krenko. No worries. So in the end step, let's Ephemerate our Solitude. Get rid of the Krenko. Sure, you gain 3 life. Go to our turn. Ephemerate rebounds. No targets. Okay, now whenever we cast a spell, we put a +1/+1 counter on each creature we control, or on a creature we control. So now let's do this right. Let's run out Walking Ballista with X equals 2. Put a +1/+1 counter on Fury. Run out Burrenton Forge-Tender. Put a +1/+1 counter on Fury. Go to combat. Swing in for a bunch of damage. They take it down to 5. And we will pass the turn there. And opponent scoops it up. All right, good. We beat it. We got there in time for work. We went 3-2. Very nice. Alrighty, Penach 010's Brought Back deck. I love it. I love it. I played it against Josh in the Versus, and now I've played it here, and I still love it. I think it's great. Definitely some misplays there against the Hardened Scales. Mill is just a gross matchup. And I think we've got a pretty good matchup against things like Tron, because we have main deck Cleansing Wildfires, so maybe we can drop 1 Obsidian Charmaw and bring in like an Emrakul or something to help ease up that matchup. But overall, deck's great. If you want to play it, I recommend it. And until next time, everybody, have fun.